Oh, we're live? It's live, it's real.
Hey, so, it was a strange time to start a stream.
Hey guys, sorry we haven't made a stream in a while.
So, basically what's going to happen right now is that Tom is going to start the stream. The rest of us are going to go to Walmart.
Everybody's leaving me behind to go shopping.
And then we're going to come back and we're going to play video.
Sure.
Basically, Tom entertained me for ages, please.
Oh, they can see us, too.
Yeah, we're visible and
We're
everything.
visible,
That's very nice.
Dude, this chair is fucking lit.
Hey,
is very good.
I like how we're not
Holy
on a
shit.
fucked up aspect ratio anymore.
Are we audible now?
We're audible and we
We're
have the
audible.
correct aspect ratio.
Hi, everybody. We're not all gonna be here.
Time to play
Where's the
some
chat?
Okami
You
HD!
need to be able to read the
It's
chat,
gonna,
dog.
it's gonna have like the beginning that you can't skip anyway. So
Oh, you don't have any file or anything at all? We're gonna start a new game?
you could start my file, but it's at the very end.
Ooh,
and
I don't want to
know-
spoil it for me.
Only
Yeah,
left
don't
channel
spoil it.
audio.
Only left
Oh,
channel.
we're gonna down mix to mono, as usual.
It should
This should be
be
in the gear, the settings maybe?
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Mono.
Yeah,
There we go.
baby.
There we go. Shout out to the chat.
Oh, dude.
Who
DJ,
said it?
ironically, you know, we
Roro
should get-
Chan,
we should
shout out.
expense buying Shinobi for PS3 and play it in HD.
Okay.
That game's so
I have
fucking
no problems.
good.
Wait, expense buying Shinobi for PS2?
No, they have it in HD on the PS3.
Oh, right, in there. That's right.
I know, fucking
Did we
crazy.
say that in our video?
We do.
Amazing.
You ripped a bunch of footage from the PS3 version. That's why it looked good.
I see.
Oh no, I hit continue by accident.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm gonna spoil the end of the game. I can't watch. I can't see. I'm only like 2/3 done. Oh good, it's gonna let me not
God,
actually
this
go.
game's so fucking sick.
Dude, it's so good.
What the shit?
We get to sit through. The only problem is you have to sit through a long, unskippable text-only cutscene to begin, which kind of blows.
Yeah.
It might still be going by the time you guys get back.
Maybe.
The cutscene?
Yeah, not really. It's only like 5 or 10 minutes or something like that.
The boy. Dat boy. Hideki Kamiya.
My lord and my god. Shit, I never even finished starting downloading Giant Robot.
I never finished starting.
What the hell is
downloading.
this?
It's Okami. Alright.
Minecraft never looked this shitty.
it did make sense.
We could potentially just stop streaming and then start streaming when we come back, because we're gonna go to Walmart in a second. But Tom was gonna say.
That would be a real coward's maneuver. Coming to Walmart?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Am I on Scamera? Am I on Scamera right now?
We're on the webcam, so it's like
It's on the GoPro, so it's big view, yeah.
Can they see me on this couch? This like far side couch? Nah, dude. Wait. Chat, what up? Show me.
Dink.
What are they saying?
Dink.
During.
This is actually not
during
turned towards Tom. There we go.
Hey,
Is that Munchie I smell?
new Monster Ultra. It's pink.
I do smell someone, but I don't know who it is.
It's gotta be me, man.
It's gotta be.
I was swimming in Cameroon, and let me tell you, they don't make babies.
They'll
like
make
they
you like
used to.
these two.
I really am curious how audible you guys actually are.
They don't make babies like I do.
There's a way to have it so you can see. We just.
The Procrastinators podcast is live with 70 watching.
Wow.
What say they? Oh no, 66. Oh god, we're hemorrhaging viewers.
No!
God!
Right, that is you, that is the game. So you
Okay.
can change those things. As
Nico
you
Bonnie, our Jesse.
Thanks,
and Boo
bro.
Stephen. We've never. Jesse and Boo have not been involved in anything ever. You erase them from your memories.
No, I need those memories.
They go down the memory hole
Alright, are we
forever.
ready?
Yeah.
Ben, are you coming with us?
Definitely.
Alright, get your shoes on.
Hang on, do you guys know everything that is needed? We still need a whiteboard, for example.
That's great.
Get it while you're
Yeah,
out.
and I mean, I don't even
know if they sell that at
Walmart sells everything. Are you kidding me?
No, but will they sell a big enough we want? And let's not forget, the other plan was to get a stand. We're gonna get a big stand.
Probably at Walmart, I would think.
Maybe even like Home Depot for like, I don't know, like the size we want. I mean, I'd love a huge
The
one,
people.
frankly. Like, as big as that.
No, it's not a visual novel. It's better than Direct Like That, I promise. It just has a long opening story sequence.
Also,
Orochi!
If you got a new dick and an old dick and both came inside your pussy, do you think the new dick would shoot it harder and
Let me
get
grab my
the
wallet.
sperm
and,
to your womb
Wait, no.
faster?
It depends on who's more pent up.
Because
Because the young dick could be getting action more often, and he might be less fertile at the time, you know? He might have just blown his load inside another pussy.
My
But the
rap
old
name
dude's been
is
waiting.
Young dick getting action.
Alright, then let me see.
Excellent.
I'm good to go.
Everybody abandoned me. Gonna play by myself. Makes me sad as I sit here on the shelf.
yeah, what do you need? Oh, well,
He needs your companionship.
Your PlayStation mine.
I mean, I gotta work on this shit, goddammit. Someone has to.
Fucking
Fucking.
Fucking Kanamori back there, whipping us all into shape.
I'm gonna need to concentrate for a while against some gears.
I like how we all took like a week and couldn't come up with verses, and Digi's like, give me like 2 minutes, and
I was
just...
trying to get well, I just didn't put any effort into it because I didn't get my fucking video done.
I just figured it would be something we could do in 15 minutes once we were all together.
Yeah, but you're smart and we're dumb.
I mean, this is your area of more expertise.
We probably did it fast.
Yeah, you guys did great.
Dude, I'm so glad that legendary band Sleep Tight.
It's 3.
Baltoy.
Don't ruin it. They can hear
Oh,
it.
I forgot.
They can hear everything we're saying right now.
Lies, lies,
Don't
lies.
remember Baltoy.
Yeah, Baltoy sucked.
I'm gonna fucking carve you into a.
Baltoy's for
pot,
Biden.
spin you like a
I legitimately
Baltoy.
am such a Gen 1 boomer as described in the song that I do not remember Baltoy.
Baltoy's the little like
Better.
crinkle crinkle.
Gen 1 and 2 were the best
He's like-
Pokemon.
he's like,
Fight me
I don't know
unironically.
what culture he's from, but he's like a little clay doll.
He's a Hebrew national. He's a fucking Zionist. He's the one who you close your eyes and he goes. Meow.
He's like an ancient robot sort of.
He knows Psybeam and Psyshock and Psychic.
It might be like a Meso.
Are we games? We're games adjacent right
I
now.
know what you're trying to describe.
He's the wee. He's the wee.
He's just standing there, menacing me.
What's with all the black representation in this game?
Japan got all the black representation out of their system with this game, and then they're just free to be as terrible as they want for the rest of time, you know? Munchie, have you played this game before?
No, I don't even know what this is. It's Okami.
Yeah.
But
It's gorgeous. Do you know what it looks like?
there's a wolf and there's a paintbrush.
It's some furry shit.
It's, I mean, you know, if anything involving animals is furry, then I guess so.
Yeah.
It's feral. It's feral. It's primal.
Ugh. What's the
Hey,
chat's name?
is there a game in this?
Yeah, I know. It takes forever.
No game for you.
No game, no life.
No game, no life.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, if I say the OP, I'll get demonetized.
What are we waiting? Okay.
What a surprise, waiting on Ben.
You gotta,
Hey, give that back. Hey.
That is clipping the mic every time you do that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
click in the
Must you?
Unless
Must you act a clown as well as looking like one?
thousands dead in Syria.
Alright, you got a pass for today.
Fuck you.
Just want to make sure that the game audio is not overpowering the speech when it happens.
That's true, there's gonna be more audio soon.
How old is this game? Like 40 years?
Yes,
Like 60.
it's from ancient Japan.
Yeah, look at it.
It's like
Noble Ubunaga made
It's
this game.
2008.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
The game's so old, Inuyasha was playing it.
As Nobunaga was riding through the countryside, desecrating statues of the Buddha everywhere he went, he took some time every night to
Let's
code
go.
this game.
The radical de-Christianization during Noble Ubunaga was truly frightening.
Did you say the radical doomification?
Yeah. Hey, you go out there. I
graduate
see
clown?
the phone, and your phone's right here. Now where's it? I guess I don't need it.
What are you looking for?
My phone, but it's matter.
You lost it. Good job, buddy. That's right, it doesn't go unless I keep hitting X. I keep forgetting. Feels really weird being here by myself. Alright, chat, who here has played this game before? Is this if you haven't seen it before, you're in for a fucking treat, let me tell you. This game is top tier. Except for this sequence. Sequence is a little long, a little grindy. didn't even know they had released a PS2 demo for this. Was that like in like PSN or something? It has to be. There was no downloadable demos back then. Amazing Aesop. Not even a joke. This is the best Zelda game. Cause like when this game first came out for PS2, I never played it because I've never been a fan of like traditional 3D Zeldas. Cause like I felt the combat's boring and the puzzles didn't interest me. So when everyone was like, this is like a Zelda game, I never touched it. But then I finally tried it, and it's like if Zelda was good, it would be Okami. Because like fighting things is fun, and like the puzzles aren't stupid, and the environments are good. Like look at this. Look at this shit. Fucking maximize this full window right now, 1080p. You gotta see it to believe it, man. This is like the best aesthetic ever made by a human. Of course Kamiya would fucking knock it out of the park. Of course Clover's the best thing to ever happen to Capcom, so they closed them down years ago. Fucking idiots. This is some hashtag goals for me right here. This game's fucking choice. Stream only goes to 720. Fucking Gib. God, I was giving him so much credit. He fucked it up. This game fascinates me. How the fuck they made all this stuff. I still haven't figured out how they did the trees. On the PCP episode, like 3 or 4 episodes ago, I was ranting about this game. I thought I figured out how they did the trees. I thought they were sprites. They're not sprites. Because if you get close to them, they clip and like fade out like a 3D model would. So they're still geometry, but they have all the trees to billboard and always face the camera like you would with a traditional 2D sprite in a 3D environment. So I have no fucking idea what they did with the trees. I don't know why they did that. There must be some benefit, but I have not figured it out yet. Do I have a lecture prepped? I do. I'm doing Animorphs. I'm close to being done. I thought I had a lot more to do than I thought. I was looking through the wiki, and there's only like... I'm at endgame. I'm at the end of the book series right now. I just gotta like summarize that, get it ready to go, and we'll be fucking set. This doesn't look gorgeous right now. I'll fucking ban you, you fucking idiot. This is the best looking video game of all time. This is peak aesthetic. Dude, I don't want to ask Kamiya anything on Twitter. He'll block me if I bother him. I'm pretty sure he's racist against Americans. Or just anyone who isn't him. I heard this game is pretty, but I just don't see it. Well, it's not my fault your eyes are broken, dude. Kamiya is based. He's the most based human of all time. Go, 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 go. Yeah, boy. Fuck yeah. It's go time. It's better to be blocked by Kamiya than to live with the fear of it. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe I've been going about this the entire incorrect way this whole time. It is part of the Wonderful 101 Kickstarter that one of your rewards can be blocked by Kamiya. Dude, the running all the animation in this is really good because they use squash and stretch on Amaterasu all the time. Like in her full run animation, the limbs are like extending way beyond how long they should be going, but it just makes everything look so much more dynamic. It's so fucking cool. Like they're using like a fucking displace modifier or whatever the fuck their internal engine version of it is in this right now in all the cutscenes to make the outlines wiggle and stuff. To give it like a kind of a animated pen and ink kind of look. But I'm assuming that's more resource intensive because in the gameplay, none of the character models do that. It's only in cutscenes when they have more control over the assets that are going to be on screen that they have the little wiggle effect on there. It's fucking cool. It's fucking cool. Yeah, like see how they've pulled back on this particular shot? None of the outlines are wiggling here because these are using the kind of in-game version of the models, I guess. But if they get up close, you'll see like the outlines kind of wiggle and jiggle around and stuff. I'm assuming that's more resource intensive. Like, see? Now it's a close-up shot. Now the lines are all moving and vibrating and stuff. It's interesting. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why they would only do it sometimes. I'm assuming it's just too resource intensive for the original hardware. I'm also assuming that some parts of this game were frame rate dependent, and they weren't like coded around like Delta or whatever. Because even on the remasters, it's still locked at 30 frames, and you could definitely run this at 60 on this hardware. Even on the PS4, it's locked on 30. So I'm assuming some logic in the game was frame rate dependent. That's why the remasters never brought it up to 60. Or maybe they're just lazy. I don't know. Talking out of my ass. Tom, watch Where the Dead Go to Die. Isn't that, what's this fucking Jimmy Screamer Claus's movie? I've seen clips of it. He was friends with M-Dot for a while. I watched their podcast together. Yeah, this beginning cutscene goes on for an eternity, but we're getting close to the end. We're going to start playing the actual game. Oh, they did confirm it was frame rate dependent. Alright. I'm learning, guys. I'm figuring things out via breaking it down without having to have someone tell me the answer. I feel so accomplished in life. The PS3 version runs at 4K? Can the console even output 4K? I don't think it can it? Explain what's wrong with Blaze Blue. The only issue I have with Blaze Blue is that it wasn't Guilty Gear, and for a while it seemed like Guilty Gear was dead, and Blaze Blue replaced it. Now that Guilty Gear is very much alive again, I'm actually considering trying out Blaze Blue at some point, just to give it a fair shake. But I will say, I like the game's aesthetic. I don't like the soundtrack as much as Guilty Gear. I like the more heavy metal influence on Guilty Gear. And the soundtrack's a big part of like what gets me hyped for playing fighting games. That's kind of stupid, but that's just how my brain works. Maybe they did. You gotta remember, this is back in the early days of the internet. So at the time, that's like the weird thing, and I mentioned this on a podcast I did with my friends on Godzilla. It's not out yet. Talking about Godzilla and like how like I know nothing about Godzilla despite being a huge fan because I was a huge fan when I was like 10 years old and I couldn't just go on Google and learn everything about Godzilla. So like everything I know about Godzilla is just like what you can directly observe from the product itself, which is very strange in this day and age where you can know every little facet about everything. Did Sega get the rights because they bought Sammy? Because Sammy published the original Guilty Gear, right? And then Sega bought them? Come on! We're almost there. I promise. I promise the real game is about to start. All right, we did it. We did it. We're playing a video game. Holy fucking shit, guys. Oh god, everything about this is so good. The fucking weight on the jump, like there's a nice follow through when she lands, and the little effect of the grass and the way they kind of squish down the model a bit. Oh, it's fucking good. And they have this great little like turn thing where so if you start spinning around, there's like a dedicated animation for like pivoting on her front. Oh, fuck. Everything about this game's so good. Son of a bitch. 10 out of fucking 10, guys. Yeah. I actually like using the not controlled camera just because it lets you see more of the environment. Like, everything about this game looks gorgeous. Like, okay, here's the tree conspiracy I'm going to start talking about. This is a sprite, obviously. See how, like, it's billboarded, so it follows the camera, so it always stays facing forward, so you don't tell that it's a little fucking 2D image? This makes sense. This is what I would expect it to be. So, I'm breaking down Okami and how it makes me come.
Good.
It's the best.
I played the PS2 version of this when it first came out, because I heard very good things. It was indeed very, very good. Though I know nothing of how any of it works.
I'm just assuming, because obviously I don't have access like the devs or anything. But just like,
Of course.
this is like the best case for a remaster in history. Like, having
Yeah.
more pixels makes this art style work so much fucking better. Just like, look at this. This is like the most based thing ever made by a human.
You know what I was looking at? When I was making the Banjo video, I was looking at a lot of like HD footage of like Nintendo 64 polygonal graphic and stuff. I couldn't help but feel like how, well, I mean, in the old days you would have had those same like polygon counts or whatever at much lower resolution. But like looking at the same very basic archaic polygons for like old Banjo from the N64 and whatnot, I couldn't help but feel like I really like the way this looks, with just extremely blocky, simplistic models that just like had a lot of heart and like animation put into them.
Yeah.
And it just I mean, it's pretty much the low poly art style that everybody, you and others are into. Yeah, I just I mean, it just makes me think about this whole question of like the pursuit of higher fidelity in, at least when no greater artistry is attained, it's simply for the sake of being higher. I don't know.
No, I totally agree. Because, like, one of my... Like, obviously, I love Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 5 is fucking incredible. But I think a lot was lost in Devil May Cry compared to, like, the other ones because they scanned all the faces. They did motion capture for anything.
I think it was such a waste of time for any of that shit. I frankly think it is by far the worst looking one, including Devil May Cry 2. That everybody hates. I mean, a lot of it's because, like, ideologically speaking, I really just don't like the move to realism and having, like, actual models and all that stuff. I find it, personally, not offensive, but, like we're just going the wrong route when that's... I mean, I don't know how much money was spent on it. I guarantee more money was spent on that than, like, animating in some meaningful way. Something like, Okami, which is more stylistic and stuff. For me, it's a sour note on a game that otherwise so much appears to be great about.
Yeah,
but
it's just. And
Trish just looks like a different person. They all look like totally different people.
They absolutely do.
That bugs me slightly.
Lady got a huge fucking downgrade.
Such a downgrade. And Trish is the worst of all. Trish got fucking murked.
It was a real shame.
Hey, do they use the same actor for Virgil and Dante?
I don't know.
They look different, don't they?
They look slightly different.
Why? They're identical twins.
Well,
like, growing up apart doesn't change your bone structure. I know they're demons who live for like 1,000 years. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Wait, how old is Dante and Virgil? They're not that old, right?
They're not like super old, but I think they're older than they would be as they would appear as humans. I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume so.
They never really go into it.
What do you guys think at home?
Press
1.
Press 1.
Just
Dante's 1. He's just 1.
Yeah, that's enough. Man, just the concept behind this game of being a god with the power to do this shit, and like the fourth wall breaking of like we are an inker who is manipulating it like a god would do.
It's fucking cool.
Good stuff.
Well, here's
shit.
the thing. My friend Ashley, she's super into Okami. She's
Yeah.
the one who finally was like, "You fucking play this, or I'll murder you." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay." She's like, "If you pay attention, you notice that the brush is Okami or Amatoashu's tail.
What? No.
It has the same pattern on the end of the brush that her tail does. Yeah,
Can't be true.
it's fucking crazy.
Next time we see that, I'm gonna take a look at that.
yeah,
Yomi Gami. Yomi means darkness. Gami means god. So I guess this is a darkness god.
he's white.
True, but Amaterasu is
Fucking
the sun
Okami,
god.
whitewashing even the god of darkness.
Indeed, indeed.
Disgusting.
I would assume Amaterasu is the god of. Well, he's the god of the sun. She's
Yeah.
not even yellow. What's the point?
Well,
They're all white. They're all white.
the Asians aren't going to make a yellow character.
No, that would be stereotypical and highly offensive.
Exactly.
Is this the very beginning when you're still in the celestial plane or whatever?
Yeah.
Right.
I started
forget.
a new game because Gibbs at the end, and I haven't beaten it yet, so I don't want to spoil it.
Look
I'm
at
getting close,
Amaterasu.
though.
You know, I was thinking when we were talking about this in PCP episodes recently, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that game. It looked very simplistically modeled or whatever, and this maybe looks a little bit basic, but it's very good. It's very, it still has a lot of definition.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is that like when you can just scan a fucking model,
Yeah.
you don't have to put a lot of extra thought into it because it's just like, well, what are you gonna do for animation? It's like, well, I'll just capture it, and the faces will just scan them and tweak them a little bit. Like this game, like they had to put so much thought into how everything moves because
Right.
you have to make like this massive polygons look alive.
Yep. By the way, now that I'm looking at this game again now, I'm thinking about all the things that you've said about how they designed it. And your point, like I've always wondered when I was young, how they do the outlines or whatever. But your point about like they make another model, they duplicate it, make it black, and just put it on like a layer behind or whatever, so that the model always appears to be on top. It has like a varyingly sized outline. It's cool stuff.
It's super rad. Let's go.
Cool. Damn, this is really cool.
Dude, like the fucking things when you recover the trees and they do those cutscenes where it's just like
Where everything gets
effects
restored.
all over the place. Just
Hey,
like,
can
oh
you
my God.
activate the brush? I just want to see the tail.
Yeah, okay, so you can see her tail right
Tail?
here.
Oh, it looks like the brush. It's
Yeah,
got.
then-
Showed it. It's got the exact same pattern.
It's
And
her tail.
the end of the tail is also black.
Yeah,
That seems pretty clearly to be making the point.
it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I was always wondering what the canonical thing behind the tail was, or behind the brush was.
Yeah,
Guess that makes sense.
I mean, one would assume since, she's a god and like the wolf is just a form, you could also be like, omnipotent, just doing that from any perspective.
Hey, how does it like start? Like, how does Amaterasu like coalesce at the beginning? Does she descend from the sun, or what's the deal?
There was the legend they tell in the beginning, like
Yeah.
the wolf, they made like a statue of of the original wolf in honor of them defeating the Orochi.
Yeah.
And Sayuka comes down and throws the weapon on your back onto the statue, and it turns into a living Amaterasu.
So it's almost like kind of you're possessing that statue or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's vague.
You're an incarnation of the god, basically. Okay, I
Yeah,
see.
it's pretty cool. All right, so here's we're getting to the trees now. The trees that confuse me to no end. Because like I was saying, like these are just sprites, and what they do is you can see as we go on top, they just crisscross them. So when you're walking around, it looks like they're dimensional,
you're right,
but
I
they're just
see.
like an X pattern. Then you have sprites like this, where it's flat, but it's billboarded, so it's programmed to always face the camera.
Can you tilt it up so we can see?
When you tilt up, you can kind of start seeing it's a little flat.
Yeah,
But as we
yeah.
rotate the camera, it stays with us. It's always facing frontwards.
You know what I always enjoyed doing in Kingdom Hearts 2 and probably 3 as well. Like I remember with the Ultima weapon specifically, you can turn the camera when he's holding like the Ultima weapon has all this like weird mesh on it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you turn it sideways, you can see it's like literally two-dimensional.
Right.
And I was like, that doesn't make sense in real life. That's not how that would be. But
Yeah, meshes are
Pretty cool.
hard, especially on this kind of hardware. Like
Yeah.
every time there's like a fence or anything in PS2
Right,
games,
right.
it's always just a texture on like a plane.
makes perfect sense, but it's very funny to
Here's
look
the
at.
thing: these trees, they work just like billboards. See, it's like
Looks
rotating.
like the design on top of the thing. Oh, that's so strange.
Yeah, but like, if you clip close to it, like it does have like Z dimension. It looks like it is.
It's definitely a sphere, I think.
Some of them, like this one, kind of looks like
or
a sprite.
cylinder.
But the interesting thing is, like, once you get the slash power,
Yeah.
when you cut these, it like turns into a polygon model in Plus Park.
I could see that happens when you do it. It instantiates a polygon or
There
something.
are certain trees though that like sometimes when you get close to them, it looks like they have like that kind of looks like there's some actual mass in there. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, oh wait, sorry. Can you rotate around one of those again? Because you can see how the artwork is like moving on the surface of this thing.
Yeah.
Because that is not one image that's rotating.
Right.
Something is moving on a surface of some kind. That could be a flat plane, or it could be a cylinder. Probably a flat plane.
I'm pretty sure that like obviously the grass and the tree are two separate entities, and they're just like one's parented to the other because they're offsetting slightly as you go around, and they're kind of clipping through each other.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But like, and you can see there's like depth here, like the grass clips. You can see as it kind of fades out like that, there looks like there's a mesh under there, right?
Under which part?
Under like the tree shadow. There's like more stuff under there that fades out in the shadow. You can see like multiple shapes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, what is it? How did they do it? I'll never know. If I ask Kamiya, he'll just block me. It's a mystery.
God, that fire looks great too.
Dude, the fire in this game is really cool because
Yeah.
it's just like some shapes like kind of just
Yep.
flickering.
It's beautiful.
No simulation needed. Oh,
It's games like this, we've said a million times, that just make me wonder why people bother, except for like I was saying on the PCB episode recently, like, why do you bother as a company, like, deciding to do, like, okay, we are going to aim for realism. Unless your specific goal is to be like a realism simulator, it seems like putting the emphasis on, like, it would be far more artistically satisfying to make your game have some sort of art style.
Wouldn't blow your budget on all that fucking expense.
You know what? Maybe it's like a lowest common denominator thing.
It totally is.
Like if I'm making a game and I want to produce this specific kind of feeling in like the platforming, maybe I just don't really care what it looks like, and I'll just do what's popular these days.
I think it's just. I think as games hit mainstream, like normal people aren't going to look at this and appreciate it as much. I think when you're trying to sell hardware, especially, and the only thing that makes hardware more impressive is better graphics.
You're right.
Photorealism is the easiest, most relatable benchmark to people. Say, look how much more real this face looks than the face your old system can make.
That's a fair point. Very good point.
So,
hey, there he is.
The man himself, the legend.
Oh no, his broken sword. I bet you're gonna have to fix it.
Yeah. I wonder what I should do.
Let's find out. Thanks.
Now I really wonder what I should do. Should I try and fix the sword?
Let's see. Hey.
Did it.
I've always wondered what's the deal with the two hilts.
I don't know. It's an interesting design.
It is. What does that look like? Oh, of course.
Thanks, bro.
I mean, I guess a little bit.
I've never thought any constellations, even real ones, look anything like what they're trying to talk about.
The Big Dipper looks like a dipper, a little bit.
I mean, something simple like that.
Holy shit, that's the most badass rat of all time.
Is it fucking sick?
He's flipping his shit.
So good.
Yo.
What's up, Victor? We're streaming Okami.
Saw there's no cars here. I'm like, is everyone gone?
Where we left. RadCon's over.
Are you streaming?
We are, yes.
So you can see that rat's like literally just like a hexagon extruded a few times with some limbs stamped on.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Very like the birds in this game are just like not even animated.
Are they just like two wings flapping or something?
They're just like basically a hexagon comes to points and then it just like bobs up and down. It's like it's all you need.
To be technical, is it a hexagonal cylinder with pieces added to? Okay, I see. Or cylinder's the wrong word.
It's using hexagonal edge loops.
What describes the word I'm looking for? It's not a hexagonal cylinder. Cylinder implies round, but I'm trying to illustrate length of the polygon.
I don't know, like
Is it a hexagonal polygon?
Like a hexagonal prism, possibly?
Prism, that's the word. That's the right word,
That
yes.
may be the one we're going for.
Here comes Vic. With all his
Got
shit.
some stuff. I don't know what he's got.
There he goes.
I got Fernie pads.
Are you visible? I can't tell. There
Yeah,
he is.
There he is. The man
For
himself
sounding,
lives.
for sounding off. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I better get back to work.
Yeah.
So I got stuff to do. Tom can continue to guide everyone through the world of Okami.
I guess I will.
Which is very interesting.
Have fun.
I will.
I'm gonna slash this fucking thing up. Props to fucking Okami for having Zendatsu even before Metal Gear Rising. The OG.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Hell fucking yeah. Alright, we're about to get out into the game proper, now that we got some fucking shit. Thank you, Giant Arrow, for telling me where to go. I think this is like the only time the arrow is even used in the game. At least that I've encountered so far. Yeah, check this out. Okay, so these are like the flat trees, right? This one's even disappeared because I clipped through it. But like if you cut it down, it definitely becomes polygon models there now. I think. It's a mystery. Game's amazing. Okay, another theory. Anybody who knows anything about this game, tell me if it's been confirmed or denied. But my theory is that they lock you in these arenas because drawing all these models on screen was too taxing for the PS2, so they block off most of the environment to make it easier for the system to render all these characters and keep the frame rate up. Because there doesn't seem to be a reason to do this otherwise, unless it was just an aesthetic choice, which is also possible. Yes, and that's that motherfucker. Hell yeah. S rank. Yes, technically everything is a mesh, but when I say it's a sprite, what I really mean is that it's a 2D image on a single plane, like a single face. A quad, as it were. Which I suppose at runtime is broken down to 2 triangles, but you know what I mean. I don't have all my tricks that I usually do. Oh right, I'm doing this wrong. You're supposed to slash him for the item in the air. There we go. Demon Tooth, baby. Or Demon Fang. Yeah! Tom, you got to Cyan City yet? This isn't my file. I've just started a new game on Gibbs PS3 because I don't have my PS4 with me. I do think I got to Cyan City. I haven't played Okami in like a week and change. I've just been working on RadCon stuff for a good while. Tom, what's the best way to get into game making if coding is scary? It depends entirely on the scope. I use, for the game stuff I've been doing, I'm using Construct 3, which is a free game engine, or not free. It is a code-free game engine. It's a subscription service, $99 a year. There's a free equivalent called GDevelop, which is no code. I should say no code. There's no scripting. It uses visual programming, which is a lot easier if you're more kind of visual learner and code kind of scares you. You can still do a lot with it. If you go on the I Am Games channel, there is a video I did a couple months ago called Make a Mario Clone in 15 Minutes with No Code. And you can use Construct 3's free trial and follow along with the video. And you can make a Mario character that jumps and moves around exactly like normal 8-bit Mario does in 15 minutes by the time the video's over. I do it in real time. And if that seems like something you're into and you like it, that might be a route to go down. I recommend it. I did all of Azumi in that program, and people think it plays pretty good. So, oh man, what if I overwrote Gibbs' file? Would he destroy me? You should play this on PC controls, and controlling the brush with the mouse feels great. Yeah, I heard that this on PC and on the Wii, using the Wiimote for the brush, were both pretty sick. But I didn't do it because I didn't know it had a PC port until after I bought it on PS4. All right, I gotta slice this thing down, right? Yeah. Dude, this is aesthetic as fuck right here. Shit's so fucking good. I want to know all the shader magic they use for this. Fucking witchcraft. I still haven't figured out how they get some of the, like, ink shadows and stuff to move around. It's not texture work. It must be some shader stuff. I don't know much about shaders. Fucking superpowers. What do I think of God of War 2018? I played that a few months ago for the first time. I beat it. It's okay. I like it has good game feel. When you hit something in that game, it feels pretty fucking good. The axe feels 10 out of 10 great. And like the funnest thing to do that entire game is to throw the axe, and when you call it back, it just like impacts with Kratos' palm, and like the controller vibrates, and the sound effect of the thump of it, like the fucking pommel hitting your palm, it sounds fucking choice. And just the whole game feels really good to play. I don't know if I liked it as much as the older God of War games, because obviously it kind of changed its entire play style with the kind of more traditional, big budget, AAA, over-the-shoulder kind of thing. The combos, especially with the Leviathan axe, are much more simplistic, and it gets a little bit more button mashy than traditional action games that I tend to like. It was good, though. I played through it. I finished it. So, I got it for free, because Amazon thought they lost it in the mail. Let me cancel my order, and then it showed up the next day. So, I ain't fucking complaining. Take God of War 2 over it, though. I forget what to do here, honestly. I think you just have to talk to everybody. Oh, right, I need to go up to the high ground, that's right. Like I just said, they only used that arrow once, and they're already using it again. I was clearly wrong. I think once you get out of this tutorial part, they stop doing this now. I know, I have an arrow, you don't need to tell me. Shit. That run cycle's so good. Dude, I didn't have a hangover today. Gibbs saved my life for giving me all that fucking water last night. I woke up, I was tired, but I'm not hungover at all. Fucking small mercies from life. I don't think Isun's that bad in this game. The only thing that's bad about Isun is that, like, there's a lot of exposition, especially early in the game. But he's got some funny jokes. There's like a really... I don't even know if I want to spoil it. It's so fucking cool. There's a really cool thing with Isun when you get to the first, like, major city. There's like a cool little sequence you do. Lets you see Isun from a new perspective. And it's pretty cool. People play the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Did anyone have a hangover? Ben's been out of commission pretty much all day. So, yeah. Ben woke up this morning, complained he felt like shit, and then the first thing he immediately did was get a Miller Lite. So, you know. Dude, look at the fucking squash stress you're putting on that orange, making it look even more fucking aesthetic. 10 out of 10. I like how they just make the head just kind of like shake and move around, because it's like, well, we don't have the polygon count to make mouths that move or anything, so let's just fucking do that. Works with a simple art style. 10 out of 10. Best game ever. don't know, there's like really creative things they do with the character expression in this game. Because like even this is a great example. Like the little sweat drops, there's like these little kind of overlays they do on top of the actual game itself. They're not modeled, they're just like drawings. But like, because the characters can't really emote, so they give them these little fucking little effects and stuff. And it works. Alright, time to fuck these guys up. Yeah. Damn. Fucking swag. Yeah, see? This is another reason why I think it was designed to limit the polygon count. Because we're not even in the same location we were at before. We were standing on top of that fucking bridge. Now we're down here. I think I got hit. It's my everlasting shame. Oh, maybe not. So fucking sick. PS2 has the ability to do a full-on skeletal hierarchy in real time. Is this in relation to the face animation I was talking about? I mean, obviously there were PS2 games that could do it. I just assumed that this game... I mean, it could have just been a rawly aesthetic choice, which is very possible. But they're using really low poly counts. And Wind Waker and Jet Set Radio Future, despite coming out a couple years earlier than this game, both had similarly low poly counts through their models. And my assumption, and again, there's probably people talking about this that prove it wrong or correct, is because they're using the inverted hull method, which doubles the polygon count of any character model using it, essentially, because you're duplicating the mesh. I don't know if maybe their engine had the headroom to double the poly counts on all the models, and also have articulating jaws for things that aren't like, you know, simple, like Amaterasu's. Also, she's the main character, so they probably needed to be a bit more emotive. But, between that and the fact that all the combat encounters put you in a limited, small arena, I figured polygon headroom might have been an issue throughout development. But I could be wrong. Who would win the fight, Dante or Amaterasu? Amaterasu's a god. Dante's cool.
Dante's killed gods before.
Dante is the devil.
Isn't the strongest person you ever killed from Devil May Cry 2? Because that was like, what was that? That was like the god of the underworld, wasn't it, or something? I can't remember.
I mean, he's killed a couple gods of the underworld, so...
Do they count as gods, though?
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say.
I don't know.
Who's the guy at the end of Devil May Cry 4? You're fighting like angels and shit, right?
They're demons,
Those are demons.
but they considered themselves angels.
It's...
I don't know. Bitch. I forget what I have to do to make him happy. Fuck. Maybe I don't have to do anything. Man, now I just feel like talking about video games, not even playing video games. Yeah, look at this. What is this? This interests me. Like the shadow. Because it's subtly... It's got like some weird ghosting and it shifts and moves, but it's not from a light source. Because I don't think there's any real-time lighting in this game. It's probably just some fucking shader shit. But it's fucking aesthetic and I like it. It's a good idea. Oh, I have to like... No, I don't have to do all these yet. But I should do them now, so I don't have to do them later. Oh, I don't have that ability yet. Fuck. I'm getting ahead of myself. Check the chat while it's saving the game. Oh, it just automatically moves to my save file. How considerate. Any guesses on who actually directed DMC2? It was Itsuno, right? It's because Devil May Cry 2 wasn't supposed to be Devil May Cry 2. Didn't they just, like, take another project they were working on and throw Dante in it? And Itsuno had to, like... He took control of the game halfway through development and just, you know, it was too far gone. And, like, Devil May Cry 3 was his apology. Again, this was back before YouTube was a thing, and I was too lazy to look things up. I don't think I can do anything about him yet. The bitch. When will IM games be max revive? It's a damn good question. I don't like streaming by myself, as I stream by myself. I feel like my conversation is not very interesting. And while I can fill this time talking about 3D itself, I feel like it's a very niche thing to talk about. Especially when we built IM games entirely on the idea of playing games as opposed to making them. I did, like, spend a bunch of money with my friend to have them do a bunch of, like, icons and emotes and stuff. And then I never did anything with them, so that was kind of dumb on my part. Alright, I want to beat this challenge. Gotta do this quick. Slayish. It's gonna take too long. Even if I can go. Yeah. Dope. Ah, it wasn't good enough. I think for this one, it's either like 10 or 12 seconds it needs to actually beat it. That was better. Oh, fuck you. Alright, it's about as fast as I can go. Unless I assumed the point of these challenges were to do them fast, but maybe you're just supposed to do a bunch of them in a row. Oh no, it was 12 seconds. Okay. Fuck yeah. Cool. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. Honest to God. I think I can dig this up. Sick. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else like actually fucking cool graphically about this game. Talk about the run animation. Pay attention to the run, you can see as she starts running faster, the limbs get longer. They like stretch them out to make the run look more dynamic. See, like at the extremes of the animation, the back legs especially get really fucking long. That's pretty cool. Man, Okami's so fucking cool. That's actually pretty sick too. Can I dig this maybe? I don't know what this is. No, I guess not. Yeah, lemons. I don't think I have to come back up here though, do I? No, not until later. Maybe I gotta do the sake thing. Just wanna talk to everybody in town. Yeah, everyone fucking talking about how great this game is makes me happen. The camera froze like 10 minutes ago? Really? That it did. That's strange. I don't know how GIF has it set up. I'm afraid to fix it. If this is a 10, then what is Wind Waker? I like this game more than Wind Waker. They're both pretty good though. Yeah, I know. I think I have to fix the wheel so she makes the sake. I think that's what I gotta do next, right? There we go. Do it up. To bring this to Susano, I think he gets up for this. Remake or sequel to Okami. They made Okami Den for the DS, which apparently wasn't as good. I've never played it. Kamiya did talk on Twitter about wanting to do another fucking another sequel to Okami, like a legit one. I guess I don't have to give this to him. What do I do with the sake? I thought I had to give it to him. Remakes are the bane of evil. Yeah, some remakes can be good. I mean, I think remakes in general in static mediums don't really make much sense. But I think for games, there's a little bit more of an incentive to do it. Accessibility is a big part of it, I think. Especially because, like, you know, a lot of the times remakes are kind of just like releasing a movie on a new medium. You know, like, oh, I want a Blu-ray version of this movie I love and I only have it on VHS. Like, you're buying the same thing again, but it kind of makes sense. I don't know. I have mixed opinions. What do I do with this fucking sake? So stupid. I want to steal this bitch's shit. Ooh, do I give it to the oranges? I know I have to go to the oranges for something. I probably would know what I'm doing if I wasn't skipping all the fucking text. Damn it. Gonna break your shit. Gonna break your shit. Oh no. Don't go away. Get up. What do I do with the sake? What do I do with the sake? I don't fucking remember. I don't think I give it to this guy up here. He's not still stunned. Alright, doesn't Susano come over here at some point later? Damn, I actually got hit by that first attack. How embarrassing. Destroyed. Hell yeah. Give me all the XP. Honestly, I probably should have gotten another ink bottle. That was dumb. I give him the sake now, right? Yeah, you can get this for PS4. You can get it for PS4, get it for Switch, get it for PC, get it for PS3, get it for Wii, get it for, it's on fucking everything. Which version has no loading? Probably the PC. I still have the sake. Dude, his animation's 10 out of 10. What a champ. We have to make it daytime? No. Fuck. Let's just do that anyway. Dude, that was the best circle ever made. What am I planning on playing in the coming months? Doom Eternal, definitely. I'll probably play Final Fantasy VII Remake. And, I don't even know what else is even coming out. Doom's really the only game I'm super looking forward to at this point. The weird thing about this game is that nobody has any agency at all. Everyone's incompetent unless you do the work for them. Oh, my slash didn't work. I'm glad the chat's with me on this game looking aesthetic as fuck. Like, it's not technically complex. Everything's very simple. But that's where the art design comes in. If you're just not a fan of the art style, that's understandable. Regrettable, but understandable. But I think more games should try and be this, individual and expressionistic, than continuing the never-ending photorealism arms race. As I've stated many times before, that is my hill to die on. I will never shut up about it. Everyone else went to Walmart. They're running errands and getting stuff for lectures. So we gotta get the whiteboard for the lecture. I gotta pick up some swimsuits for the OVA. So just last minute preparation. Some of the stuff we needed was shipped to Digitas, so they went to his place to get some stuff. So I'm the only one not doing it, I guess. I like how Asun's the only one invested in Amaterasu, who just falls asleep during every conversation. Why Asun is here is a good question. He's deliver exposition. Why he sticks around is anyone's guess. Do I want... Actually, I want to steal those fucking... yeah, I'm already halfway there, might as well. I might as well finish up a couple more things to do in town. Fix... Let's hear that she needs help with, I don't remember. Oh, okay. Or maybe I needed to see that text prompt first. Goddamn inverted controls. Yes, give me all the XP. Alright, I have to trigger it first. You just dig up all the turnip things. I just have one of the birds. Oh my god. Can I block her with like the trees? That'd be cool. Never tried that before actually. Nope. I slash her. Legitimately surprised that worked. She made. I don't even know what the astral pouch in this game does, because I haven't even died once yet, or like lost all my HP. think that's the most what we can do here now. So we can get the sapling. Actually, can I buy anything here right now? I don't have a lot of money, but... no. Not yet. Want to get some new moves from the trainer guy. Damn. Astral Pouch is pretty OP then. Life hack. Yeah. I'm pretty close to the end of this on my file, so that'll be pretty cool. Oh, fuck. Oh no, I still got it. Usually if you hit them again the wrong way after they're dying, you don't get the Demon Fang. Pretty sure I gotta go this way. Because you gotta get the revitalizing power to fix the sapling. How long have we been playing for? How long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half? Oh my god, this is almost turning into an I Am Games thing. Fuck you. Fucking massacre. Still alive. My favorite celestial beast so far. I really like the rat with the giant sword, the one who gives you the sword power. It's the animation when he comes in, so fucking rad. Yo. I don't know what I would do to fix the frozen webcam. Because we're not using OBS, we're using like Elgato Stream Capture. I don't know how it works. I'm afraid touching it will ruin everything. Ooh, can I get both of them with one strike? Hell yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you. Probably go for another like half an hour, unless Digi and Hippo get back, because we were gonna stream this together. That was the initial plan, and then it didn't happen because they all bitched out, went to Walmart, and left me behind. So creepy. Like, I can easily tell his texture is mirrored. Why he's attacking the fucking torches is anyone's guess. I gotta fix this. It's driving me fucking crazy. I gotta uninvert the controls. What's in this menu? Invert. I think they're both inverted. No! Oh, fuck! I wanted to go back to the game, not the title screen. Fuck. I beat all the game's challenges except for the pause menu, the most brutal fighter of all. Maybe that's a sign from God that we should stop for now.
Go for it, fam.
Son of a bitch. Oh, actually, you know what? I should finish my lecture. Oh, look at this awesome promo video of the PS2 version they didn't bother to redo. Hilarious. Now you can see how much crappier it looked in the old version. Alright, I'm ending the stream. We'll do more streams later, I'm sure. We got work to do. Goodbye, good night, have a good life.
More stream soon. Bye.
Red card!